Hello and welcome to Black Hollywood Live's Stand-Up Sit Down, a weekly discussion on the world of comedy and the art of funny.
You are now tuned in to Black Hollywood Live's Stand-Up Sit Down.
And today joining me, I have the hilarious, the talented, incomparable, and brand new father.
Pull out game whack.
Keon Polee. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
You know, it's Sunday. Sunday fun day. We out here now.
Chilling.
Yeah, you just came off of a hilarious show.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fun. It was fun. I've never been to New Mexico, so it was cool.
Right. And was it hot?
It wasn't that hot.
That's good.
It was chill. It was, yeah. I could have been so sleepy. I don't know.
Right.
But it was cool.
All right. Well, you know, we'll get into that because I want to talk about this new supergroup that you guys basically put together. Because here's the thing, like for people who don't know, it's you, Tony Baker, Chaz Rogers, Keenan Baker, DC Irvin, Brandon Lewis.
There it is.
Right? It's like,
Yeah,
right? And then Nick Purdue.
Nick Cannon. Kevin Hart. Let's just start throwing them all out there.
Right. Eddie Murphy coming back.
He's coming back only to work with us. That's a fact.
So you guys put together this like dream team of young up and coming black comics, and so we will get into that. But make sure you guys that's like it's just what you guys are doing is incredible.
Oh, thanks, man.
But let's back it all the way up. Okay, let's go
Rewind.
back to when your father's polo game was terrible.
It was 1984. All right. I was swimming in my dad's balls.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And then you just shot out.
Now I'm here. Yeah.
That. There you go. But what was it like growing up in your family? Was it fun? Like, was it funny? Were your parents funny? Like what was
mom's side of the family's hilarious.
Okay.
Like my pawpaw, people know him from Social Network. I talk about my pawpaw. He's 92 now, but
wow.
he's hilarious. But as far as in my household, it was just me, my mom, my dad, and my two brothers. And just the neighborhood. And that was it. Because I had actually my dad was the neighborhood dad.
Okay.
You know, so
because
we need a quarterback.
All right.
Like it got to a point sometimes people be like, you know, can you come out? I'd be like, yeah, well, not today though. I got to clean the house. So can your dad come out? Like really? That's what you guys are doing now? Gotta go get him? All right.
Not even
we
your
need a
brother.
quarterback. We need a quarterback. We don't really need we actually got 5. If your dad could just come play real quick, that'd be
play quarterback on both
teams. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. He was my coach in all the sports that I played, so all the kids in the league knew him, and he was a mailman, so everybody knew him. I couldn't do anything.
Right.
He knew. You know how terrible it is to have a dad as a mailman. He always knew when report cards was coming.
Oh yeah. Well, and he got him first.
Yeah, he knew what
he opened it. He opened it.
Come in the house and be like, you know they coming, right? And I'd be like, oh, I try to lie, you know, like, well, you know, if you get over a C, they don't send them out, so you know, I guess I got a 3.0 because you know.
Nope. Pulls it out.
You already know.
All these apps. Terrible.
It's horrible.
So were you the class clown or what was so that's where you got your start?
Enough to not like I would get detentions but never referrals because referrals had to be signed and I didn't want no problems with my father. So I would get detention. I'll get kicked out. That's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that to the face. But as soon as they're like principal, I'm like, well, let's talk about this.
But did your teachers hate you because of
that's
oh my
the
goodness?
Thing. They knew it was funny.
Right.
Like I could see them like, Keon, seriously, stop it. Like they want to laugh, but I am being disruptive.
Yeah.
You know, like there is presentations going on.
Yeah. See, that's
they're
bad.
just trying to get through it, and so they knew it was funny. So rather than actually send me to the office, they'd be like, just step outside for 10 minutes, 15 till we're done with this, and then come back in.
Okay, so that's
they worked with me. Like,
right.
Some of them even come to the shows. Like when I go home
that's
and
nice.
do shows, they'll come and be like, I remember.
At least he made something out of himself.
Yeah, at least you weren't just messing up for no reason.
Right. Yeah. See, it all worked out.
It all worked out. Man.
You know.
It all worked
but
out.
if you would have got them referrals, you would have been.
I didn't want no. I wouldn't be here.
Right. You would have been doing
I would have been
something
beat to a
else.
pulp. Yeah. It wouldn't happen.
What made you want to start doing stand up? Like, what was the thing that
basketball was over?
That was it.
That's what happened. Basketball was over. It was over for me. The ankle was shot.
Oh shit.
The height wasn't going anymore. and this was it. That was it. No, real talk. So, like basketball was over. I fractured my ankle. That was done. I couldn't go overseas. Right.
So you were that good.
Yeah, I played in college.
To where you could have gone overseas.
I was
and
training.
Played.
I was getting in shape to go to because one of my coaches had connects.
Okay.
And
and it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, so I was working, but I was like, this ain't what I want to do. Like, jobs suck. Like, I thought it was gonna be sports entertainment. Like, if I found my old yearbooks and stuff, and that's what I was gonna do. Like, you know, people sign your yearbooks.
Yeah.
Back then, Comic View was hot, right?
Right.
So it was like, see you in the NBA. You know, people at that corner and stuff. I was like, see you on Comic View one day. Those are the only 2 things I ever did.
Interesting.
So I couldn't work. I was working a job, didn't like it. I met Marlon Wayans, like, randomly. They came up to the show. We hung out with him. And he was like, yo, what do you do? And I was like, I work at it. He was like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to play ball. He was like, well, why aren't you doing that? I said, well, ankle can't do it. What else you do? I was like, I'm pretty funny. He was like, then why aren't you doing that? I didn't have an answer. And then I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then I tried it. And then I was like, I like this. And then it just took off.
Nice.
And that was it.
So what was that first show? Like your very first show, where were you? How old were you?
I was at Tommy T's.
Okay, so I was up in the Bay Area.
Yeah. I was at Tommy T's. It's open mic. And they had a contest. And I took second place in it. And I was like, okay, this is cool.
That was your very first time you've been doing it?
Yeah.
How long did you do it?
I did 5 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. And I started talking to my dad the entire time. My dad and my brother. But they was feeling it. And I was like, all right. Second time went well again. But they gave me 15 minutes the second time. Knowing now, looking back, I'm like, what were they thinking? Because the first 7 was fire.
Right.
That next day was like, oh, so sisters? Anybody got sisters? Like, I had nothing. I was just making stuff up as it went.
You didn't do any crowd work or anything? Or
I was struggling. And then my third time was with Damon Jr.
Oh, wow.
Because I had met him through Vinny, who I'd met through Marlon. And that 5 minutes.
Terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but that was my first time in front of a real crowd.
Okay.
And it was like me and Damon talk about that now. And I was like, man, I remember when I first started. He was like, me too. Yeah, me too. But he was like, keep going. You know, you gonna do all right. And you know, it was cool.
No, so like, were there any hecklers, or did you have any,
I just wasn't ready.
battles?
I just wasn't. Yeah, it was huge.
Landing.
It was hitting, but not. You know, first of all, I did the 5 guest spot. So third time on stage, people are still ordering. You know, now when I'm hosting, people order, I can get your attention. I know what to do, whatever. Right. But then I was just trying to talk over people ordering. No one really cared. You know, and I was just like, yeah, guys. So, is anybody listening to me? You know, like,
nope.
No, we don't care. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, we all have our growing pains,
Exactly.
and I mean, and that's when you're doing a show with Damon Wayans Jr. for your third show. That's a great accomplishment.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was so much fun.
You know,
We've been boys ever since. You know.
There you go. That's nothing brings people together than bombing on stage. Right. Even though, because you got a few laughs, right?
Yeah.
But have you ever just crickets the entire set?
Never had crickets the entire set, but I've had pockets of, crickets. Yeah. Like I did one thing I can say about myself, I never cared. Like from day one. Like I'm like, if it don't, because basketball, when you fail in a team sport, you let the school down, your coach, your teammates, so it's a lot more. If you bomb on stage, so it's just me. So what's a lot, you know? And I was doing a show with a 7-minute set, first 2 fire, and then it was a new joke that I was working out.
Okay.
But the bit's like 2-3 minutes long. The premise didn't hit. The next part didn't hit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do every single tag that goes this joke and not a tag hit. I did it. I did not care.
That's because you committed. That's the main thing.
I didn't care, and it was silence. And then I closed with a bit that I knew would hit, and it hit hard, and I closed strong.
That's good.
The host is bringing me off. He was like, "Hey man, you stayed in there." I admire that you stayed in there, though. I mean, it was silent.
See, because I remember I did 10 minutes, nothing. Yeah. No laughs, and I put the video up on YouTube so people can watch it. Like it's me struggling, and I'm sweating, and I'm over here moving around. I'm getting physical. Nothing.
They gave you nothing.
Nothing.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll never do any of those jokes ever again. Yeah.
But the joke now is super strong bit.
It's good,
but they just that night they was like, they don't care. But I was super. I think I was like 6 months in. I was like, I don't care. I'm doing every single one of these days.
Right. See, and that's probably one of the biggest things that young comics really need to figure out, and really do, is if you have a joke, even if it's bombing, just commit. Yeah. Don't bail on it. Just commit to the full joke.
I gotta work it out.
Right. Because that's the only way.
I knew it wasn't even my fault like that, because they had been waiting. The show started an hour late. It was freezing. It was a lot of factors that played in. I went up late, but I was still like I'm doing this. Like,
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't really care.
See? So now when you're putting a joke together, so when it comes from like idea and then premise and stuff, like how do you do that? What is your process of putting a joke together?
I got random processes. Like sometimes it'll be something I'm driving to the show and something pop in my head and I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm like, that's funny to me. I'm doing it. Then there's other times where I just have a premise and then I'm like, I work it out and then I'm like, oh, that goes with something I wrote.
Right.
6 months ago. I could throw those together, make a bomb joke. It's so random. Sometimes it's just a story. Like this legit happened, start to finish, no fabrications. Just what happened.
And that's what happened.
It was that funny by itself. Like I didn't have to do anything to it. And then other times, it's a situation happens, turn it into something, whatever. My process is random, super random.
So now, and because you have like a good 30, 45 minute set now. Like you have like you have an hour.
No, I got over an hour.
Yeah.
Now.
So how did you get a good hour? And how do you know what jokes to put in where for that hour?
I was fortunate enough I started in the Bay. I didn't start here. Like I actually feel bad for people who start here because you don't get 3 minutes, 5 minutes for a long time.
Yeah.
Where in the Bay, because I took second place in that contest, I got time in that club right away. And then I was getting time in rooms, and then I had won the Battle of the Bay up there. And then I got introduced. So that's how I got into the San Jose Improv. So then I was working with bigger people. And because of that, people perception.
Right.
So they're like, dang, this dude's killing. Let me put him on my show. So I was able to get a lot of time early. So even though all of it wasn't hitting, I'm getting to try stuff out in front of a crowd.
Right.
Really, really fast. And then I got into the Punchline and, Cobb's in San Francisco. I did all that within, my first year and a half. I was in all these clubs, meeting all these people, the headliners. And just building material really fast because I was getting a lot of time.
Right.
So, and that's one thing I like. Even our open mics in the Bay have crowds.
Wow.
So you're trying your stuff out in front of crowds.
Like real
so
people,
it's not like
just
open mic with a bunch of comics not listening. You get a lot of time. So I was able to develop really fast. So then when I came down here, they're like, who's this new guy? But I've been doing this material for a minute. It's new to you. But I've been doing this for a minute. So I come down here with that, that 7 that everybody got. And they're like, Jesus. But I didn't start here.
Right.
So it was different. Like, I'm glad. Somebody told me, don't come to L.A. until L.A. calls for you to come. You know what I mean? Like, because people's like, move. And I was like, no. I'm moving until I don't want to come down here. Yeah, living out of my car. And, no, I'm not doing that.
I mean, because, everyone has that broke mentality of, comics should be, broke and they should be struggling, and that's where the funny comes from.
Nah.
But if you can make some money and, have a regular job and still do comedy, you should just do that.
I feel like that was put out there and everybody just accepted it. Like, I had somebody walk up to me one time after a show, and they was like, oh, well, you do comedy? And I was like, yeah. And they was like, so what's wrong with you? And I was like, what are you talking about? They was like, well, on stage, you're talking about having a 2-parent home, and you went to college, and you seem pretty happy.
Right.
Where does your funny come from? I was like, because I just like having fun. Like, I was actually caught off guard. I didn't know you were supposed to be depressed or picked on or touched as a kid or something. Like, why does everything have to be so dark? Like, I'm just a goofball, and I have dark thoughts, but that's just me being, me. But no, nothing happened to me. It was funny. But I think that's a terrible stereotype. People feel like you said, you got to struggle. Or you got to. I'm like, why? Why can't I just live life? And funny stuff happens in regular life too.
Exactly.
I don't have to be punched in the face for something to be funny. You know what I mean? Jesus.
That Sizzler steak dinner.
Yeah, God, man. Nah, man, you ain't gonna be funny till you out on the street, right? And somebody tie you down. Wait a minute, where you going with this? Like, nah, man.
It's your own personal fantasy.
Yeah, Jesus.
Like the way your hair glisten on stage.
Yeah. Like, nah.
So hecklers, everybody has them.
Everybody has them.
How do you handle hecklers? Like, what do you do? What's your secret?
I don't even address them until people in the crowd start. When they start looking. Now you're drawing attention from the way to the show. I gotta address it. So I'll just be like, yo, can you keep it down? We're trying to do this. If they get back, then all right, we're gonna do this. And what's dumb on their part is everybody has spent their money to see a show.
Right.
So even if my roasting of you isn't that good, they're going to laugh like it's the funniest thing ever because they're on my side. They want you gone too.
Right.
Because they're trying to enjoy the show.
Exactly.
So I've had people get up and leave. I've had people because I don't know how to roast. I just know how to be really mean. So I'm going to, if I'm looking, don't have a defect. I'm not gonna say it in a joke. I'm really gonna talk about you. Like, oh, where did you lose that arm? You know, it's like, God, you really gonna talk about this guy and his arm? Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm going for the defect.
Yeah,
like,
as you should.
Like, I'm not nice on, like, you're disrupting my job. You're disrupting these people. You can leave,
right,
or just take it to the face.
Shut up, or just shut up.
Just shut up. Like, I don't know why you think. I don't know. I've had a few people get up and leave though.
Have you like, because you've hosted shows?
Yeah.
And because like I've been to shows where, you know, like the host would call out whoever is heckling, and have them come up on stage and try and tell some jokes.
Yeah, and they're gonna bomb every time.
Right.
The reason why I would never do that though, because what if it backfires? Like, what if they get up there and slay it? You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, yeah, okay, well, never get booked again. They give that guy your job.
He used to be an engineer. Not anymore.
Because you don't know what that people do. Like, what if I would never do it. But let's say one of us was in the crowd heckling. Somebody like, come up here and do it. And we smash for 30 minutes, you know? Like, you don't know what people are doing.
That's true.
So, nah, I don't like to do that. But I just them. And security usually jumps over before the comic even gets a chance. Right. Because they're like, you know, get out. You disrupted.
Yeah. Like, we all got a job to do. Let's, you know.
People clap, they leave, and then that's the end of the show.
And then you're back into it.
Yeah, right back into it. All right.
Did you ever get in fights, though? Because, you know, there's like some comics who like, because if you're heckling someone, or, you know, if you're roasting someone and then you go for the jugular and it's like, oh, meet me outside.
Well, here's the thing. I'm also looking at who's doing, you know, like if it's this dude, I'm like, he just got out. Yo, security, can you, I'm not doing this.
Right.
He clearly doesn't have anything to lose. No.
So you've never been in like a tricky situation where you're like,
nah, I've been on shows
keeps looking at me.
I've been on shows where the other comics have, and I'm like, I got your back, you know, if it goes down. You know what I mean?
But you got to get in there first.
Yeah, it's your battle.
Right.
Like, if it's 1-on-1, I'm not jumping in. Right. If they got a group, it's pretty drunk. All right, whatever.
Push somebody out of the way.
I grab a bottle. You know, all sucker punches. It wasn't my fight, so I don't have any rules, no etiquette. All sucker punches.
It's terrible, right? Just pull out the shank.
Who's hitting me? I don't know.
That's hilarious. So you've done some TV with Spire.
Yeah.
Right. How was that? Because like, was that your first TV gig?
Yeah.
What was that feeling? One, when you got it, and then two, night of the show, you're about to go on. What was going through your head?
Getting it was random because another comic hit me and was like, yo, send your stuff in. And I'm like, all right, but no one ever gets back to you, you know?
Right.
We send stuff. That's all we do is send stuff. Our job is sending stuff, you know?
You're like,
And I get a call like right after, like, I watched your, Bob Sumner hits me up, you know? He's like, I watched your tape. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. We're gonna have you, and I'm like, what? Like that fast? Send the email, boom, boom.
Nice.
And was that easy? It was kind of weird.
Right. Well, so it's not just that easy. But if you're good,
well, I think it was right. Like maybe he was just at his computer at that moment in time,
right?
You know, and he's like, I tell people all the time. People be like, Bob doesn't watch tape. I watch tape. I was like, all right. And it was cool. So yeah, I get down there and but like. You know, out here, we all know each other. You know, like from the small up and comers to the big, everybody knows each other. So everybody came out. So it didn't even feel like tea. It just felt like a huge open mic that everybody came to. You know, like a big show that everybody just came out to support. Like a lot of the crowd was, you know, us. Like a lot of people, and it was cool. Like my family came out and everything. And Sidney Castile was just like, have you ever done TV before? And I was like, nah. He was like, look at the cameras. Because I was going to go out there and do our sets like we normally do our sets. Mm-hmm. He's like, look at the camera because you're talking to people at home, not down here. And I was like, okay. And that's the one thing I took. And other than that, it was just normal, like a normal set. You know?
So, and then like watching it back, like when it was on TV.
Yeah.
Were you like, oh my God, I'm on TV?
Nah.
You're just kind of like, oh, this is something I have on YouTube. And
I was like, this is cool, but.
Was it a good set?
Yeah. I like my radio stuff better than I liked the set, like watching myself. I don't know, maybe I just don't like watching myself, but when it comes on Pandora, I'll be like, yeah, turn it up, you know. Like, I like it it's on, you know, the Pandora, the Spotify, it comes on Foxhole, you know. When it comes on that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, turn it up. But watching it, for some reason, I was just like,
it just feels,
it was weird.
Feels awkward.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see myself.
So you're a new father now.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Do you have any jokes about being a father?
I just started doing sketches on Instagram about it, and then I have a few jokes on it because your world changes like instantly. It's so weird. You go from like what you know to like just completely different. And it's just like, what? Did I sign up for this? Like,
But now, does it, or has it changed anything that you say on stage, or that you've kind of like, are you thinking now, my kid will essentially grow up and then be like, Daddy was talking about eating ass.
I mean, how you think you got here, man? Like, nah, I don't, because they're not gonna watch it until they're old enough to watch it anyway.
Right.
So, no. And as far as anything changing on my perspective, like, I was actually happy when I had him. I could tell all the people, all the wait till you have kids people, to shut the hell up. Because I have one now, and I still don't agree with what you do. Like, I still don't agree with how you do certain. Like, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like, everybody, from how your relationship changes to how you look at. I'm like, no, everything's exactly the same.
It's just
like,
you have this kid now.
Yeah, like, wait till you have kids. You'll say, wait till you have kids.
No.
Like, sex not important anymore. Yes, it is.
It's probably more important now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Move, bro. We got things to do, man. Like, no, absolutely not. No.
That's funny. Now, do you censor yourself on stage? Because I know there's some comics who like keep some things off stage, and like they have filters, and now especially because we're so PC, we live in such a world now that's so like, oh my gosh, you talked about this, talked about that, like, so do you ever think about like, maybe so and so may be offended if I say fuck whoever?
No, I don't care.
That's good.
Because like, here's the thing, even though we live in a world of PC, we don't live in a world where people's mindset changed. You still think those thoughts,
right?
You just don't say them out loud. Well, I'll say it.
Right.
And they'll laugh because you were thinking it too.
Right.
Like, I don't care. I'm not going to let nobody censor what I want to say. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a blunt, straight shooter anyway. This is how I feel about it. I'm going to say it. So I don't care who gets, I really don't care. Like, I don't care who gets mad, who gets offended.
But would you apologize for a joke?
No,
No,
I'm not apologizing.
Okay, but now what if like, you're in a situation to where it starts to cost you
that bread
and starts to cost you,
I don't think I would ever say anything that would cost me. Like, I'm not gonna Pacquiao it, he lost his mind. Like, I'm not, that dude went off. Like, but I don't even think like that. Like, geez, you want to kill them, all of them? Right. God, like, he went off. I don't have that kind of, but no, I'm not, like, it's not my fault that you took it that way, or that you didn't hear. Everybody's sensitive. That's not my fault. Right. And it's like, you weren't even mad for yourself. You were mad on behalf of whoever. And that's stupid. Like, stop it.
Right.
Like, how you going to tell me that was racist? I'm black. I'm talking about black people.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about.
But you don't know what they went through.
Yeah, I don't.
So the internet has changed the game and the field of comedy.
Yeah.
And so like comics have to adjust, just like the way that you've adjusted with this character, Akbar Shabazz.
Yes, brother.
Right. So if you guys don't know, if you're not following Keon on Instagram and other social media, he's created this character. So tell us, where did this character come from, and like, why do you think that, one, it's funny, but it's also it's such like a double-edged sword, because there's more to it than just for surface.
Yeah. I created it because of the internet. Like, especially now, we live in a time where everybody has a voice, even though most shouldn't, but everybody has a voice.
Right.
And with the racial stuff that's going on and everything, and I see black people talking, and I'm like, this guy, you made a great point. You were just being combative. You were just like, everybody knows that overly conscious, just like, bro, that wasn't racist. You're looking for it. And I saw it so much. I was like, I'm gonna make fun of these guys with the character while trying to sneak in some stuff that, is that true? Could that be?
Right.
Because that's what people tell me is funny about it.
Right.
Like, in my mind, some of them are just ridiculous. Like, there's no merit to this at all. But people will hit me up and be like, nah, man, he's speaking that truth. And I'm like, is he? Is he really? But that's why I'm just looking, like, we are going through enough trying to address real issues. Right. I don't need you making this snow cone racist, bro. Like, we're not, like, we have enough serious stuff to talk about. Stop. Because then it falls on deaf ears after a while. Like, when you keep crying wolf, after a while they're like, okay, well, now you're complaining. It's like, no, we have some legit gripes. Ignore that guy. So I just made a character that was like, all right, this is what y'all sound like. This is...
And so, I mean, like how has the, public taken to this character?
They seem to love it though.
Okay.
Like that's what's funny. It's like, but like I said, there's still, even though they know it's a joke, right? It's still some people be like, yeah, man, that brother right there. I'm like, no.
He's come out and speak to college.
Yeah, it's like, no, he's not making any sense right now. He just blamed the Oakland Raiders losing on white people. No, I don't want to know. Nah, but if you think about it, there's some truth to that. I'm like, come on, man. Really?
Bring him down to the church.
Bring him down to the look, we having a rally. Really?
Okay, but would you ever take him off of the internet and do just like a 5-minute set?
I've done it
in character.
I've done it in character on stage before, but it was a black crowd.
Okay,
but it smashed.
Did it?
It smashed because everybody knows that guy. So I jumped out of just jumped into character and did the whole thing. And
so you got introduced as Keon, and then you went into
I'm talking and I was like, man, I ran into this dude the other day and jumped into the character and man, they loved it. They ate it up because that's how people, everybody knows that guy.
But now you got to do it in front of a white crowd just to see what happens.
I have, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well.
They just didn't like it.
No, they don't. I just recently found out that white people really just don't get it. Like they don't know. I thought all this time, like, man, you guys. A lot of them just don't know. Like I've actually eased off on how upset I get with white people because like a lot of them are legit like I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't. That's why
it's just so over
the empathy, the sympathize, all that. They
right.
don't really like. A friend of mine took a girl on a date and they went to see Selma.
Okay.
And she asked him, "Did this really happen?" He was like, "Yes." But she legit didn't.
That's crazy.
She thought it was a fictional movie.
That's crazy.
And he was like, "How do you not know this?" And I didn't know this either. In like during Black History Month, you know what I mean? They in some schools don't even have it. They might do Martin Luther King. They might do Harriet Tubman, and that's like it. So they don't even know like why we get mad at movies like The God of Egypt comes out, and they don't know. That's crazy. And it's crazy. It's insane. And my brother, like, he gets mad about it, and he's like, but we have Google now. You can look up, what you need to know. Now you're choosing to be ignorant. I'm like, yeah, but imagine your whole entire life you thought something was one way.
Right.
And then somebody tried to tell you, no, this is happening. You're like, man, no, it's not.
Right.
Like, no, my friend Tyrone, it never happens. Like, they don't.
Right.
It is crazy. It's crazy. Wow. What people's realities are is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I wouldn't think that in 2060, but it's like, no, they don't.
See, so that's why Akbar needs a tour.
Yeah, and just bring him out, just brothers. Let me tell you.
Right, he's like going to all white schools.
Just go in.
You know what I mean?
The faces on people, they probably be like, someone get up and leave.
Yeah, just do it. Cops will come for no reason.
They would flip out, and then it'd just be that one white girl like, I want him. Like she would be into it. She'd dread her hair up. It's like, so Akbar, what are you doing later? Not you, white devil.
Or you can just flip him and say my Nubian white queen, and then
just completely sell out.
Go that way. Who do you look up to in the comedy game?
Bill Burr, man. That's
Bill Burr. That's
to
the guy.
me. Bill Burr and Chappelle are the best.
And then because you recently did a show with Bill Burr, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was amazing.
Because that's like this is the guy you look up to. And now you're sharing the stage.
Yeah, that was incredible.
With him.
Yeah, that was incredible.
How did that even happen? Like what? Like,
it was a benefit show, and I got put on it. And they called me, and they said, "You want to do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, hell yeah." But I agreed to do the show before I even knew he was on it. Okay. And then they told me he was on, and I was like, it took. Like I was trying to tell my girl, like to explain how excited I was without sounding gay. Like was like. I don't know if I pulled it off. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I pulled it off. I was so excited. She was like, good. And I was like, nah, you don't understand. It's like, just crying. Like, nah, it was dope though.
Yeah. So did he give you any nuggets of advice?
You know what? He was so cool. We chopped it up. He was just real cool. He was talking. He was just telling us all like, you guys are funny. Just keep grinding it out. He was telling us don't trip off bookers. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times these bookers, we'd be like. Right. But he was like, man, I've had so many people told me,
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and he's like, and then you come back when you are who you are, and they're like, oh, wait, no, you didn't. Stop it. So he was like, just don't sweat. Who cares? Just keep grinding it out. If you're funny, it'll go.
Right.
Don't worry about it. He's like, oh, you guys are hilarious and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool, man.
Like, funny enough for him to take you on tour?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, am I that funny?
Right, like, how funny am I really?
am I?
Right.
Like, could I make money off you doing it?
Yeah. Now, if you were to open for any headline comedian right now, and when I say headline, I mean like big time, you know what I mean? Like, because you have headline.
Yeah.
So you're technically a headlining comedian.
Yeah.
But for any, like, selling out theaters, like 5,000 seat, you know, who would you want to hop on tour with?
It would be Burr. I would want to. Now, if it was for the experience and the wow, obviously Kevin. Because, I mean, that's right. Jesus.
But also, could you do a 20,000 seat arena?
I don't. 2 people, 20. I'm going. Like, I don't. That doesn't bother me though. Okay. That doesn't bother, because, like I said, it goes back to the sports thing. You know, I've been booed by a stadium already because you missed a free throw. You know, so I don't care. Like, if one didn't go over, it just didn't. And the best thing about comedy is if you're doing that, right? You're opening for Kevin. They ain't there to see me.
That's true.
I could eat it. No one would care. Like, that guy, I wouldn't even be a name. That guy that opened for Kevin, he was terrible.
Right. But then Kevin came out and we forgot all about it.
So even if I smashed, right? You know, his opener was fun. They wouldn't know my name. They wouldn't. So who cares?
Your name would be behind you, like big block letters. But like,
they'd be like, that guy that came out, he was funny. He was funny. So yeah, no, that wouldn't bother me. The number of people. Actually, the more people is actually better. The intimate crowds are the ones you feel.
Right. Those with the eyes, they're right in your soul.
When it starts getting up 300, 400, 500 people. Everybody, laughter's contagious anyway. So if one person laughs, they might be laughing at his laugh, but everybody's laughing, you know. So you don't feel that. But if it's 3 people in there and somebody do that, you hear that, you feel that.
Right.
You're like, oh, God.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
What's the biggest crowd that you've performed in front of?
It was like how many was out there? It was like 700, 800. It's like an outdoor thing that happens.
That's healthy.
It's an outdoor thing that happens in the Northern California, and they do it once a year.
It was like a festival? It was like
No, it's just a one night outdoor comedy thing they do every year, and it was like 700, 800 people out there. It was so dope.
Jeez.
It was fun. So it's just they all bring their blankets out and everything. You just do it, man. It was so much fun.
Nice.
Had a neighbor come down that lives in the neighborhood. Then like one of my jokes came down from her house to complain about one of my jokes.
Wow.
Because she could hear it from her backyard. That's how offended we are in America. She left her house robe and curlers to be like, that guy on stage, he just offended me in my house. Like, really? Okay.
Close your windows.
Yeah, I don't care.
Close your windows. So, because we have Martin Lawrence back on stage. Mm-hmm. Jamie Foxx just announced that he's getting back on stage. Dave Chappelle's been out here ripping and running. Chris Rock, he's out here. So, with these legendary comedians really coming back, and Cedric, he's back on stage.
I just saw Cedric. It's like, okay, they're funny because you grew up watching them.
Right.
But you know how, I mean, let's be honest, they go away for a while, they come back.
They kind of cool off. Yeah.
Man, Cedric had me dying.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know he was just that fun, like that naturally funny.
Yeah.
Like, I was cracking up. Because I've seen some, I'm not going to say the names, but I've seen some, and they come back, I'm like, oh, they should have stayed away. You know?
Or do come over mics first.
Yeah, don't just come back to the, but Cedric, man, he was funny.
Well, he's King Comedy.
He was funny, dog.
I
was like, wow.
So now with these big names coming back, and really kind of helping the resurgence of comedy really come back, because Kevin's doing his thing, but one man can't do it all.
Yeah, but Kevin, CK, Burr, there's a couple people that did it, and then you throw on Netflix on top of it.
Right.
Stand-up's back.
Yeah.
So I hate when I hear anybody hate on any of those guys, like whether you think they deserve it, the point is they helped all of us out.
Right.
Like, you turn on Netflix, everybody got a special now.
Yeah.
They're handing them things out. Everybody has a special.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all mad because somebody is, thank you. If I ever seen any of them, thank you. Like, I don't have a hate bone in my body. I appreciate it, man, because that makes whatever I got to do easier.
Right.
So I don't understand the hate. I don't get it.
But then there's that other side of it too, though, to where it's okay, well, you have these guys coming back out, and killing it, smashing crowds, but some lend that hand out, and then others are just like, I'm just doing this and I'm gonna sell. And so, because like where you are right now in your career, you're like, and this goes on with the class that you're in. Like, you guys right there on the bubble.
I need that. I need that pull up.
Just ready
just
to
help me out.
Yeah,
Help me.
you're right there. So I mean, like, does it get frustrating? Or is it
not to me, because I'm still new, so I haven't reached that bitter point yet.
Right.
I haven't reached that point, and I don't know if I'll ever reach it, just because what's meant for you is meant for you.
That's
true. People frustration comes from watching other people, and I know it's hard because like all our peers, all our class, shout out to Tone Bell, Justin Hires, and people we know, they getting on.
Right.
And if you're looking at them trying to accomplish that, you're gonna get mad. Like, why they get it, instead of saying, "Good for you, I can't wait for mine."
Right.
And so a lot of people are so worried about other people, and then you got insecurity that pops in.
Yeah.
London Brown was talking about that. London, another one. London doing his thing on bars and all that, and people are mad. And it's like, what are you mad about? Like, yours will come. But that wasn't meant for you. That was meant for him. That was meant for him. That was meant for him. That was meant for her. Brescia and Tiffany, they doing it. That was meant for them. And why you mad at it? Be happy about it. And when your time comes, your time comes. Like, I think it comes from envy and just insecurities and not being content with what you're doing. When it's supposed to be you, it'll be you. Like,
well said.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well said. So because the group, I remember it. You guys were calling it Straight Outta Comedy.
Yeah.
And so how did this come about? Like with this gathering of funny minds.
People think like it was on some like, I don't think people were like, we're all friends.
Right.
Like, we just like we literally, before any of this, we're in a group chat anyway, talking, and we're friends. So it was one of those things where it's like, oh, it'd be nice to work with you guys. Yeah, you too. And it just like, let's try to do shows together, guys, because we're already hanging out anyway. Yeah. So like, people think it was like a form, strategic. It's like, no, we're just homies, and we were like, oh, well, let's do shows together because I admire you guys. Blah blah blah.
Right.
That was it. Wasn't really like a strategy to it.
So you guys just,
and for the parts that were strategized, I ain't telling about that part. So, but for the most part, like, yeah, we're just friends, and we're just like, let's do it.
Okay.
And Tony, like you said, that next one that's gonna, we feel like Tony's gonna pop, man.
So okay, but now, like, will it ever get to the point to where it's like, one's gonna get bigger?
I'm sure it will.
Then you guys are gonna like have like backyard topless fights. I don't know why I said topless, but
bottomless fights, just naked fights. Wait, what?
Just naked chicken fights. You guys.
What are dudes doing that? Like, dudes don't take their shirt, they take the bottoms off. Like, you want to fight, huh? Like, I don't know what to do.
That's how you just win a fight.
That's how you do it, man.
Right.
Take your pants off.
Right.
It's like, you know what? You can have this.
But else, I mean, but will there ever be, or do you think? Because now you can't see into the future, but do you think that there'll ever be a point to where you're like, okay, like, all right, like, I don't see
it just because, like I said, we're friends. So I don't like if DC blew, if Tony blew up, I'd be like, yes, right, dope. Whatever show you get, let me ride on it. Let me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. Like, I can't be mad at people. Like, it's stupid. And because I'm secure in what I'm doing. Like, when it's my turn, it's my turn. So I'm hoping one of them gets something. I'm hoping to go home and get a text like, hey guys, I just got yes, we're on.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Nah, somebody's gonna pop, and then I'm riding them coattails.
Right, and then
with no shame.
That's the thing, because if you guys play it right, it'll just be a domino effect.
It should be. You see everybody else, Adam Sandler and his people in the movies, and everybody does it. I don't know why we don't do it more, but everybody does it. No, I'll be pumped.
So what's the name of the group situation? And you guys, are you putting a tour together? What's this?
We were trying. We've done 5 shows now.
Okay.
So we're trying to do different things, and it's kind of like everybody's schedule's so different too. So it's hard to kind of put stuff together or whatever. But we're trying to. All 5 shows have been
fantastic.
They've been really fun, and they really from some. It's not one of those where. 4 to the 6 was good. Like, but the show just picks up, ends with a bang. Dope. Like, and any given night, somebody can have. That's the thing. Everybody. It's not like one guy's outshining everybody. Like, on any given night, somebody can have the best set. Like, I think in all 5 shows, I think a different person has had the best set of the night every show. Yeah.
Do you guys keep the same headliner? You guys keep
We've kept the same lineup so far.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't really played with it that much. It's been the same, but every night is different. Somebody smashed harder than the other ones. Just what it is.
Yeah.
Just whatever the crowd was taking that night.
So as of right now, for the people listening at home, for the people watching, that want to get into stand-up, for like the brand new people who are like, I want to find an open mic or something, what is probably your biggest piece of advice that you can give people out here that want to do it but not sure if they should do it or if they could do it?
I mean, like we said earlier, you got to be homeless. You got to be touched as a kid. All right, you got to think about suicide every day.
Yeah.
All right, you got to be ready to end it all. And then you just get out there and talk about it. You got to be ready to give up. Don't start comedy unless you're ready to give up. I don't know. Just open mic it, I guess. Try it out. Try anything. My whole thing is try it.
Just try it.
Try anything though. With anything though. Not just stand up with anything. Like how Marlon told me, why aren't you doing it? Whatever you want to do, why aren't you doing it?
Right.
If you don't have a legit, and I understand situations happen in life, but if you want to do something, go do it. Like it's really that's literally, other than obviously talent. Like somebody like LeBron was going to be LeBron regardless. He was God given, freaking nature. But then you got Steph Curry's that they worked to get to where they're at, and they just went for it. And anybody can be. The only difference between famous and non-famous or whatever, they just worked. Some had got that little
some
boost.
Some are born into it.
Yeah, some are born into it. But for the most part, somebody just didn't give up and you did. That's like the only difference. Like they kept going and you let that one discourage you, and they went this way and you went that way. Like that's pretty much, or you got comfortable in this situation and they were like, nah, I'm gonna keep pushing and just keep whatever you want to do, go do it. Like it's gonna be a hard time. You're gonna be broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. But I've never been more happy. I'm super happy. Super happy. But I could easily be punching somebody. I have a degree in business, like I could be in some cubicle with a tie on right now, glasses. I don't even wear. I have perfect vision. I just have the glasses because I'm in the cubicle. I just put them on, throwing darts at my boss. But I didn't want to do that. That's what it is.
So that's Keon's advice.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Stay in school.
Nah, drop out, man. Drop out. Give up on life. Don't do anything traditional.
But you have a business degree, so you stayed in school though.
No, I stayed to play basketball, and while I was there, I was like, "Let's go to class." But no.
Otherwise, you couldn't play.
If I wasn't on scholarship, I would not have went to college.
Wow.
Nah, I wasn't in school. I hated school.
Well,
hated it.
Well,
I hated it because there's not enough on what you want to do. Like I liked college way better than high school because in college you got to decide. This is what I want to focus on. Like when I was in my gen eds in college, I was on what do you call that?
Academic probation.
Yeah, almost. I had a 1.4.
Oh,
they were like, "We're gonna kick you out."
Right.
I was like, okay. But then when I got into my major, the business, the economics, and stuff, I was on dean's list. I had 3.7. That's what I wanted to do. I feel like that's how high school should be. I just get into my teachers with high school. Like, why do I need this? Because you do. Why?
And they couldn't answer.
They never could answer. Like when you're in algebra 7, like what do I need this for? Well, what if you want to have a garden one day and you need to know the I'm gonna hire a Mexican dude. I'm not.
I'm gonna hire someone who just does
I'm not doing no. I just need to know. I can count my money. That's all I need to know how to do is count my money. And so,
I know taxes. I know this.
Yeah. Matter of fact, why aren't we having taxes classes? Why aren't we having savings classes? Why aren't we having, obviously we need Black History class when people asking if Selma was fictional or not. Like, why aren't we teaching that? Like, you're teaching us all this crap. And it's like, we don't need to know this. Or you're jaded history. No, I'm not into this. I'm a black kid. You're teaching about Christopher Columbus and you grow up and find out he was just slaughtering people. Like, no, that's not what I want to know.
Yeah, that was bad. But my bad. He has a holiday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
for slaughtering.
You get a day off when you find
when you slaughter.
Yeah, you slaughter and you kick people out.
You get a day.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how we're doing it.
Well, Keon, on that segue, do you have any other shows coming up where you're slaughtering crowds?
Yeah, I got I'm at Rooster T Feathers next. What is today?
Today is the 21st.
Okay. So, 23rd, I fly out to Japan.
Nice.
I'm doing entertaining the troops out there. Get back Monday, I think. I'm asking you.
I don't know. Yeah,
Monday,
no
is it Monday?
Sure.
And then I got Rooster T Feathers the weekend after in Sunnyvale. And then I don't know what I have after that.
But people can go to your...
Yeah, they can go to my website, www.keonpolee.com. It's really... You know what? I say it and no one's going to go.
People will, because like I went on your website. I almost bought a shirt and a little band.
Yeah,
but
because you... Like people are lazy. Like, they'll be like... People want to feel like everything is personal. They want a personal invite. I just did a video on this. They want a personal invite. If I tell you on this segment or on my website, here's where you can find me. If you really want to go, you'll find it. But for some odd reason, they want me to pick up my phone or go on every... You want me to go on everybody's individual Facebook and be like, can you please come personally? Even though I don't know you and we're just Facebook friends, you want me to go on your page? Right. No. Like, everybody wants a personal invite to everything. Like, my website's out. Go to the website. Go to my social network. You can find me.
Right.
You don't know Kevin Hart. You don't know U2. You don't know Coldplay, but you can find their tickets.
That's true.
You go to that. Yeah. So because we're not big, you can't do that. Now you need a person. No, I'm not doing it.
I can call Chris Martin.
Yeah, you gotta do. I mean, you big time now.
Right.
You big time. I'm not.
So Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat.
Yeah, and it's all the same. Just my name, Keon Polee, on all of them. The same thing. At Keon Polee, Keon Polee on Facebook. Website KeonPolee.com. Like, nice. If you can't find that, you just didn't give a damn. You just didn't care. I don't know what else to do.
All right, well, thank you. And for those watching, for those listening, just hop on his website, guys.
Yeah, man. KeonPolee.com.
There's 2 E's at the end. Yeah. Hop on Keon's website. It's so easy. Watch him live. This guy, like, because I remember seeing you for the first time, and I was like, man, he's funny. But I didn't want to tell you because I felt like that was also weird. Like, just like because I was doing comedy and like, I don't know. Like, I was shy. Weird? I was just a shy comic, and I didn't want to, and then I would just like go to shows and just like be in the back and just, like lurking. Watch everyone's sets and like you and Tony and DC. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are hilarious, And now I can like text you, which is great.
Nice, yeah, man. Yeah, come over, come by the house.
Okay, I won't do all that, but
I mean, you can.
Okay, that works.
But now you can't. Now you. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for coming in. And again, you guys listen, follow Keon on all of his social media. Yeah. You can follow me all over the internet at The Nick Purdue. And until next time,
there it is.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Christie, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African-American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.